everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I've got a really nice kit for you guys. This is the 1/100 scale Denon-san from Gundam F91. This is a kit that was produced in 1991 and it's just a really cool design. I love how villainous it looks, and of course I love that hand-painted box art by Yuji Kaida on the front. You need to take a minute to just admire that box art. Great inspiration for modding and detailing a kit. And yeah, that said, what do you say we go ahead and get right to the review? So of course I showed the box art there, but on the side of the box, you've got these photos of the kit painted and detailed up in a few different poses. And on the other side, you've got some more photos showing some different accessories and a close-up shot here. Then on the end of the box, you've just got the number in the series and then that box art again. Okay, so of course, before we get started, we have to take a look at the manual, but also this kit came with this, which I'm holding upside down. This is a cool little comic, or manga, I should say, from the SD Sengokuden series. And that's cool. And then on the other side, it shows you all of the different suits in the SD Sengokuden series. So that's just a cool little freebie that came with this. I thought that was nice, and I don't know, I really like this, just the style and presentation of this little booklet. Also, real quick, this kit actually came with not one, but two different kinds of sticker sheets, clear stickers and then just solid color stickers. So I don't know if I'll be able to use any of these. I really like the design of some of them, but depends how glossy I want to do the finish paint job on this one. If I go heavy gloss, maybe I can get away with using some of these old decals. Anyway, into the manual, of course, you've got that art from the front, looking fantastic. Opening it up, you've got some additional artwork here. This really cool illustration of the mobile suit, as well as some close-ups of the weapons, showing lots of different details. Here's a cool little kind of diagram showing the suit to scale with some other mobile suits so you get a sense of the scale. Opening it up, you have your parts list as well as all of your instructions. And then on the back, you have the painting guide with some additional shots of the kit painted and detailed up, as well as this close-up here showing some of the decals. You can see they did a really nice job painting this up. I do wish the shots were a little larger, but at least you do have this close-up to kind of see how they really went in and did a lot of it. But yeah, really cool looking kit. Alright, what do you say we go ahead and take a look at the kit itself? Alright, so here we have the kit snapped up. And overall, I think it's a really nice kit. It has some really interesting features, but the articulation is definitely lacking. And I know it is an old kit, but sometimes it's kind of hit or miss with these old kits, you guys. Sometimes you get an older kit that has surprisingly great articulation, or at least articulation needed to get a really cool pose out of this kit. For this one, I'm struggling to get one good pose out of it. You just kind of got like a basic, it's standing there looking at you pose, and that's about all you can do, unfortunately, without any modification. I think that said, with modification, you could really do a lot just to get a little bit more leg and hip movement out of this kit. I think that would go a long way toward helping you get some cool poses. Snapped up, I think it is looking a bit bare without any colors, being that this kit is just a two-tone kit, just dark gray and light gray, but I think painting and detailing and panel lining is going to go a long way on this kit because there are so many fine details and textures, and that's one of the highlights of this kit that I wanted to share with you all. Is this kit has something that Bandai has not done in a really long time, which is a lot of different types of textures molded into the parts. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Alright, so first you can see they've got texture in these little vents here, and that's one type of texture. Then of course you've got this tubing which is really, really impressive looking. I haven't seen Bandai do any kind of tubing like this. It almost looks similar to how some builders would mod their kits in like old Hobby Japans using real tubing. It really has that effect of looking really fluid and soft, which I think is really cool. And then another texture, you've got these pistons here, or hoses, that are built into the kit that kind of have this moving effect, and there's a little bit more texture there. And then you've also got this kind of cross-hatched texture on these different types of hoses. So here's what's cool, right? You've got this kit that's got all these different tubes and pipes and hoses, and they've gone out of their way to make many of them have different types of textures. So it's not just one type of tube or hose that you might get on a modern kit, but there's all of these different types. And I think it really goes a long way to sell this kit. And I think once you paint it, especially if you do any of these in a little lighter color, and then you go ahead and panel line it, and the panel line is going to sink into all those details, it's going to look really, really cool. So one of the downsides of this kit is, although generally there's a lot of really good part separation, some of the seam lines, unfortunately, are those dreaded seam lines that go through crucial details, like this one here that goes through this circle. That's going to be no fun to correct. The front of the knee here, that's fine. That's no big deal. But when you have a seam line that goes through something like a little circle like that, it's just going to be a huge pain to remove. And I wish they had done a separate part to just kind of slot over that. That way you can clean up this one seam line and then maybe pop something on the front there to tidy that up. For the shoulders here, again, I don't think it's much of a big deal because generally it's really simple. Same with the head. That's going to be a piece of cake to sand down and clean up. The backpack is looking good. Really, it's just the heel of the foot here and then the front of the knee here. Those are the two big culprits on this kit. The rest of it, I think, is going to be fairly easy to clean up. In terms of accessories, this kit doesn't come with a lot, but what you have is quite cool. There's, of course, the spear and the beam shield. You have this alternate spear, which I think is actually supposed to be a beam saber, the way they've painted it in the manual. Here shows it as being more of a beam saber. And then you have this alternate piece, which goes on the arm if you want to replace the beam shield. And then you have a bit more of a stripped down look. And just one quick note to show you about the articulation. So these legs, really, the knees only move that much. And then there's really not much twist in the hips before they pop off the ball joint. And those are the main culprits that are going to prevent you from doing any nice poses. The arms themselves are not bad, as you can see here. You can do this cool kind of flex. It's more just the legs that cause the posing issues. Like the head is fine, and even the torso moves a little bit. It moves enough to get a good pose. It's really just those legs. So that's pretty much going to do it for this review. I would love to know what you guys think in the comments of this kit. Is it something that you would want to paint up or modify? Is it something that you think is cool enough or unique enough to paint as is? Or is it something that you just really wish they would make an RE100 of or something like that? I think that would be all of our dreams, right? An RE100 of this would be super cool. Even then, I think this has some unique components that probably won't be recreated in an RE100, like the texture, for example. But yeah, it definitely has a few shortcomings, but the design is just so cool. I don't know, it kind of makes it worthwhile. Either way, I am really happy to add it to my collection, and I'm happy I picked it up. But yeah, would love to hear your thoughts. And as always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, if you could hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, I would super appreciate it. I would love to keep making more of these videos and yeah, keep sharing different kinds of vintage kits with you all. So as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!